we saw there in the intro some clips from the most recent IPCC report, which is a series of scientific findings about the impacts and the science around climate change. And one of the things that the IPCC has told us is that there are technologies that already exist that can help us mitigate the impact of climate change and to slow it, from getting worse. Would you talk us maybe through some of what those technologies are, some of what they look like, where we're seeing them in the real world, and also about the global challenges with, implementing them on a broad scale?
Well, thank you for this opportunity to be able to talk about our agenda, the agenda to address climate change, which continues to be the most important and alarming existential threat for humanity. And let me just underline this at the beginning of this conversation. And also, thank you for touching on the issue of technology. Which has been actually in the history of humanity one of the drivers for change in our way of life, for change in the way that we use resources, sometimes for the good and sometimes not so much for the best of humanity and nature. I want to say currently we are seeing very exciting and positive developments in the area of technology. And you have presented some of them in your brief video, introductory video. Of course, technologies for renewable sources of energy have really seen an incredible progress. Their cost has been falling systematically. This is a sector that has been producing as many, much more good jobs, new jobs, additional jobs throughout the world than many other energy industries. So that's very promising. We see also amazing developments regarding electric vehicles. And there, I think the big challenge remains to go towards electric vehicles for the freight industry, for the heavy vehicles, and also to focus and allow countries and especially big cities to focus on electrifying public transportation. Because at the end, we need to really understand that we need to go towards leaving the single use or the individual use of vehicles in favor of collective transportation. There are also incredible improvements in smart agriculture, a better use of water, the way that the waste can be recycled, including the possibility of creating energy from waste. Incredible developments as well in the building sector, in the construction sector, where we see that much more efficient technologies are being deployed. And while new buildings continue to be put in place, we really need that all of those new buildings incorporate these very smart and efficient technologies in terms of the use of water, the use of energy, the isolation technologies. So there's really an incredible amount of things happening already. Now, I have talked now about the technologies for big industries, but there are also very small innovations that are very useful. And let me just very quickly share with you an example that I really admire very much, and that was one project, one winner of our process that we call Momentum for Change. And it's a small initiative that provides portable light, portable electricity facilities for health installations. And that has been just amazing for allowing women in very remote areas, in areas that do not have yet access to energy, to have to deliver their babies in a much more safe environment, and also to have the babies, ensure the best possible conditions to be received when they come to the world. So I leave it at that.